Hello, this is Britt Caswell with another example video. In today's video, I'm covering example 2 from section 7-3 in the SavvasRealize Algebra 1 textbook. The goal of this video is to find the product of a sum and a difference. I hate that phrasing. This is called the difference of squares, y'all. Big deal. Difference of squares, you guys should, I don't know, star tattoo on your arm. I don't know, draw it in for your eyebrows. Okay, this is a big deal. Okay, so here we go. So first thing it says, what is the product of a plus b times a minus b? I'm actually going to demonstrate this to you guys with the box method, although you could use the distributive property. It doesn't really matter. I just know a lot of my students prefer the box method, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Alright, so there we are. We have our box. Now I'm going to multiply to find the stuff on the inside. Okay, so a times a is a squared. A times b is ab. A times negative b is negative ab. And negative b times negative b, or times positive b, is negative b squared. So take a look at that. Usually from here, right, we collect up our like terms and write it out. But if you look at these two boxes, what happens when you have a negative ab and a positive ab? Well, they cancel each other out, don't they? So what am I left with for my product? I have a squared minus b squared. So what this means is because that middle term falls out, is I can very quickly multiply these together by multiplying the first two terms and multiplying the last two terms and putting a subtraction between them. Now understand, this only works if these values are the exact same. So both of them start with a number, the same number, and both of them end with the same number. And they both have to have opposite signs. Okay? That's also a big deal. The subtraction doesn't look very subtraction-y, so I'm just gonna fix that. One does not do erasing the a, though. There we go. So now let's try it over here. So if I'm following this pattern, I know that I can square the first term. So I'm squaring 5x. And then I can subtract and I can square the second term. So I'm squaring 7. That's why they call it a difference of squares, by the way, guys. Difference meaning subtraction. And these are perfect squares, which is kind of cool. So 5x squared is 25x squared. And 7 squared is 49. So multiplying them together goes very quickly, but so does factoring when we get into factoring in our next section. Factoring is to go the other way, to break it into multiples. So let's go ahead and let's do the try it real quick before I do the part C's. Ugh. So here, again, I'm going to take that a term. I'm going to change colors because all that black's depressing. So I'm going to take my a squared and subtract my b squared. So my a is 2x and my b is 4. So 2x squared is 4x squared and 4 squared is 16. Now part C and part B, I hate them, but I'll show them to you. What they're asking you to do is they're asking you to use this formula to multiply together two just normal numbers. So for this, what I do is I look for the 10 that is between these. So notice that 43 is 3 away from 40 and 37 is 3 away from 40. So I can rewrite 43 as 40 plus 3, and I can rewrite 37 as 40 minus 3. And so to multiply these two together, all that I would do is I would do a squared minus b squared. So I would do 40 squared minus 3 squared. So 40 squared is 1600, 3 squared is 9, so this would be 1591. kind of cool, but then kind of. So now let's look at this. So 56 is 6 away from 50. 44 is 6 away from 50, so I'm going to replace those. So 56 is 50 plus 6. 44 is 50 minus 6. So there's my little, I like to do these little template kind of things and then fill them in. So there's my little template. So my a squared is 50. My b squared, I have a 6. So now there we are. So we could now actually do that multiplication. 50 squared is 2500. 6 squared is 36. Oh, so it's a little spicier, right? I know that I need to borrow a 1. And 100 minus 36, that's 64. So there you have it, guys. This is the difference of squares. Um, like I said, a very big deal. Make sure that you know this pattern. Until next time.